Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Hey, check 26. Back north.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
That's fine. Yeah. Get 300. Get 300. Yeah, Liz.
They go play action for Montgomery, and now Rodgers steps in. Rashad Perriman off to the races. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big play for the Pack on 3rd. 46 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Right. Hold.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words.
Let's go, come on. No. 319.
Now a play fake here on first down. This right around the 6. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Hey, 50.
Here's Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And some room to maneuver. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. In for the score. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Extra point good by Prater. And they're back with it, a touchdown at 21-14. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. We do know that they are postseason bound, but they're leaking a little oil, so to speak, as they kind of limp into January.
Yeah, and that oil can set fire to their season, can't it?
Look
and
at that.
See what I did there? But here's the thing that we've both seen in the NFL. Teams down the stretch playing really well. Sometimes it doesn't carry over into the playoffs. Sometimes teams that aren't playing well now, if they have good leadership at the head coaching spot and the coaching staff and within the locker room, they can find a way to turn it around. But no one wants to be on a losing streak as they head into the playoffs.
Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll... bring up second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Flushed out right. He's going to look deep for Perriman. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On play action, Rodgers. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
No, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And Detroit getting set to go now. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Out of the gun, Stafford. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. On play action, it's Rodgers. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Hey, check 26.
The final shot before half for Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Packers get set to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Over. Right.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
319.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And that's complete to Lewis. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Over here. Jump out. Run right. 99. Check 99. Wide right. Check 3.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. 42 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit.
Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. To return, here's Agnew. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. He's going to float. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for Detroit. 41 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Luke Wilson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. Prater for the extra point. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire through the flag usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And the ball is knocked out. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
58!
On 2nd down, Montgomery. Room here to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on.
Rodgers to throw on second down. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Rodgers now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Rodgers going to give this one to Montgomery. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And he finds Montgomery complete. The 20. Give him 30 yards there. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and it didn't do it very often.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Rodgers now to throw. Dancing to his left. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
The extra point up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. To return, here's Agnew. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. 10. Here's Stafford. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. Out to the right here to Wilson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. Stafford now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
10.
Stafford now to throw. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
He has several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. Throwing deep here for Coleman. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Again, it's Stafford. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Able to push his way through. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Rodgers now to throw on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, And the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now it's Stafford. Over the middle, complete to Tate. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Set it in. Green 18. Wide right. Strong right. Strong right.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So that'll back them up 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Jump out. Set it in. Blue 58.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Only 2 yards on the completion. It's 2nd down.
Zoom.
They go play action for Montgomery, and now Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era. We think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers.
That's caught inside the 20. A gain of 32 that time. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Rodgers. The quick slant caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Mercedes Lewis, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And a lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
32.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. He goes underneath to Abdullah. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you've got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
White. 4 down. White.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. On 1st down, Stafford here. Flushed out right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A very solid gain of 27.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he was able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
He hits his target. It's the tight end, Toilolo. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this.
Drill right, 22. Check. 21.
Stafford looks to throw again. Steps away to his left. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To the air again, Stafford. He's going to let it fly. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Stafford. Now this is caught. He hits more. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Stafford on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Call it a gain of 3, and it's a second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Rodgers throwing here. Rolling to his left. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 12 more yards there and another first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Glover Quinn. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if to call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Flush to his right. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. On first down, it's Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Stafford, now a desperation throw, deep down, and now here's another interception. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Rodgers looking to throw. He can't get him down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.